Welcome back to Think Constructive. I am Esha and this is the third session on Python. So I have started Python for all series for everyone. So there is no prerequisite. Anyone who wants to learn coding can learn Python with this series. The only prerequisite is you should follow each and every video properly and try out all the demonstrations with the session with me itself. All right, so if you haven't yet followed the first and second videos, those session links are already given in the description box. Please check out those links. All right, and another very important point, please watch the video till the end so that you don't miss upon on any of the core concepts. That is very important, because basic scratch core concepts are very important, and these concepts are not limited to Python. It is the concepts which will help you to learn any of the programming language. So you can call these things also programming fundamentals. So fundamentals are, root for anything, and it's very important. So I would suggest you follow the video till the end and try out all the demonstrations along with me so that you get very comfortable and confident on the programming. Right, so this is the series for Python. So I am using Python editors and Python syntax to demonstrate the things, but core concepts, I would repeat, remain same. So follow along. All right, so yeah, so let us start with the third session on Python, that is on statements, comments and keywords. All right, yeah, so what are we waiting for? Let us start. So this is third session for the Python basics, right? So in this session, I will be discussing statements, comments and keywords. So let us start with the statements first. Okay. So what are statements in Python? To write a Python code, whatever instructions we write, those all are called statements. For example, print a statement. That means I want to print something on the screen, right? So what do I do in Python? I write that with the help of print statement, and print itself is called a statement. So that is a simple basic example. Likewise, there are many other instructions which we give in the Python to write the code. Printing on the screen is one simple thing in Python, but in addition to that, we can do many other things and write many complex code in the Python. So all those source code instructions are called Python statements. Okay, let's say I need to take some input from the user, or I want to write some conditional stuffs. All those things are called statements. So what are different types of statements in Python we have? So first type of a statement is assignment statement. That means, as the name itself indicates, it is used to assign something. That means allocate something or give value to something. For example, let's say I have a value called hello world and I want to assign that to some variable. All right. So how will I do that? I will just say my str is equal to hello world. All right, that's how I will do. So that means this hello world value is given to my str. That means assigned to my str. That is assignment statement. All right. The second type of a statement is conditional statement. Conditional, as the name itself says, it is for conditions. That means if I want to put some kind of condition in my code, I will be going ahead and using conditional statement. For example, something like this, I want to put a condition in my code that if temperature reaches above 40, then take some action. For example, the action is, let's say, switch on the AC. So what am I saying? If temperature reaches above 40, then what should be done? Switch on AC. All right. Correct. So some condition, if I want to put some kind of conditions and then accordingly further is instruction in my code, then conditional statement should be used. All right. Then the third type is looping. Looping means I want to put some kind of repetition in my code. Repetition, for example, a very basic example I will give you. I want to print hello world 100 times in my code. What do I do? One method is I will keep on writing print hello world 100 times in my code, or I will put that repetition, because print hello world is nothing but the repetition, right? It will keep on repeating itself. So then such kind of thing or such kind of code should be put inside a loop. So I'm not writing a particular Python loop syntax right now, because that I will be covering in my subsequent sessions. For now, I will just write, let's say, loop. Inside loop, what do? I will write print hello world. Okay, and loop 100. So when I will put print hello world inside loop 100, that means it will print hello world statement, or it will print hello world value 100 times, right? Similarly, it could be 10, it could be 1000, it could be lakhs, anything. So loop is very helpful. In detail, assignment, conditional and looping statements will be covered separately in separate lectures. Okay, so keep watching subsequent sessions as well. Next type of statements are multiline statements. That means a statement which can be splitted into multiple lines. That means a statement is long enough that it is not fitting into one line, or to increase the readability of my code, let's say I want to fit everything inside 80 characters, and if anything goes beyond that, it should move to the next line, right? But my statement is big enough that it cannot be fit into, let's say, 80 characters. So it should go to the next line. How do I do that? By default, end of a statement is always marked by a new line character. All right, but if I want my one statement should go to the next line, because of the reasons which I just now told you, how it can be done? It can be done, number one, with the help of brackets or curly braces or square brackets, semicolon and backslash character. So I can pick up any of this and spread my statement to the multiple line. I will just show the demonstration with examples in a while to you. Okay. So here are some examples for multi-line statements. So I am using brackets, how can I do that? Let's say a variable 1, where 1 will have this kind of expression. So inside a square bracket, I have written that because if you notice, -6 is shifted to next line, right? But this statement will not give you any error because I have kept it inside the bracket. Same statement I can write using curly braces also. And the same statement, if you notice, can be written using square brackets, right? So any one of the method can be picked up. And similarly, the same statement, if you notice, I've just put a backslash character here and -6 is shifted to the next line. So similar statement, any one of this method I can pick up and go ahead with. Right. And another type of multi-line statement can be separated by semicolon. How? In one line itself, I have written var1 is equal to 1. That means I have given value 1 to var1 variable. Semicolon, that means statement is terminated. Then another var2 is equal to 2. Then again semicolon, that means statement is again terminated, and then var3 is equal to 3. Okay. So these are the different types of multi-line statements. I will now show the demonstration for this also, so that you are very clear how multi-line statements can be written and which all methods, right? So here is a multi-line statement demo code, and you can notice where 1 is equal to 1 plus 2 into 3 and minus 6 is written in the next line, and everything is written inside brackets. Okay. And now when I will execute this code, what should I get? Let me just show you. And then before that execution, you can notice a print statement is written, which is printing some fixed string and then the value of var1. What should we get ideally here? Just think about it. So I will just say run module and see multi-line demo value is equal to 1. Ideally that value should come, right? No errors, no problems. All right. That is first type what we discussed. Now I will uncomment the other part of the code and will show you how curly braces will behave, right? So now first part I have commented, and now var1 is equal to inside curly braces 1 plus 2 into 3 minus 6. Same statement. Okay, so let us execute this. I have got the value as 1, correct? Now similarly I will comment out this. And now the same statement is written inside a square bracket, and let us execute it. The value is 1. All right. Now the similarly, what do? I will execute the same statement with backslash character, right? What should I get? Again, the value 1. All right. So that means what happens? I can use either of this to execute and make my statement multi-line. All right. But in generally in the industry, I will tell you this backslash character works a lot. That is a common usage character to make your statement multi-line. I've told you all the methods, but yeah, I'm just telling you the common practices also. All right. So now what do? I will show you the semicolon one also for the demonstration purposes. All right. So in this line, you can see, let me just comment out these things. Otherwise, you'll keep on getting confused. Yeah. So let us execute now this semicolon one. All right. This much. So what happens? Var1 value is equal to 1, var2 value is equal to 2, and var3 value is equal to 3. So ideally, what should I get when print is executed? 1, 2, 3, right? The same thing here, right? So all the usages of multi-line statement I have demonstrated to you. Now let us go back to our slides. Yeah. So all these multi-line character demonstration we have seen. All right, so we'll move from here. So what next we will be talking about? I'll be talking about comments. Although you must have noticed I was commenting certain code. So what do we understand from comments? Comments generally does not affect the code at all. That means then the question is, why do I need to use a comment? If as a developer I am writing hundreds of lines of code and I am not explaining what is happening in my code, after a couple of months or couple of years, when I myself will come back and will see the code and will try to understand what is happening, probably I won't be able to, because I won't remember for that long whatever I have written, right? It's a human tendency. We do some work, after some time we cannot remember everything precisely, and the same thing applies for other people also. That means if I have written the code and some other developer needs to see and understand that code so that he can do some enhancement, or probably if there is any bug or any problem in my code, he should come and fix that, right? But he can only do so when he will be able to understand my code. How would he do that, right? So in order to make code more readable, maintainable, understandable, putting comments in the code is the best practice. That is one extremely important reason to have comment in any of the programming language, not limited to Python. Okay. So that means comment is kind of, explanatory thing in my code. All right. So that means it should not affect the outcome. That means the statements which are getting executed in the code and giving me some results will not read commented code at all. That is where I say it does not affect the outcome of the code, and it makes code more readable, right? Likewise, we discussed just now. What else it does? Commented line does not get executed. Again, the similar stuff, right? And so how do we do that? We put hash at the starting of any line which we want to comment. Correct? So I will just show you the same demonstration. So now, because earlier when I was doing this, you must be thinking, what am I doing? And when I'm doing this, why is it not getting executed? Right? You can simply notice here print a statement. The moment I put this hash here, this print statement stopped getting executed, right? And I could get only this statement and got the results. Now let us remove this. Okay. And I will just say run. What happens? Let us see. This will give me the error. Why? Because I am saying put the value of var1, but no var1, because this var1 is commented. That means it is not getting executed. Correct? If I want to get out from this error, what do? I'll remove the comment. So now it will be able to get the value of var1, will be executing this line as well as this line also. Now when I will say run, what happens? See, multiline demo value 1 and then multiline demo value 1, 2, 3. So it has now got this var1 value, given me this var1 value with the help of this print statement, then again got some new values and will be able to print this. Correct? So now how to comment and how is it impacting? I hope this point is very clear to all of you. All right. So now go back to our slide pack. Right. So this is about comments. Now the question must be coming into your mind. What if I have 4 or 5 lines which I want to comment? Yeah, before getting into that, I just want to tell you one more thing. Since commented line doesn't get executed, another practice what I have seen, I myself as a developer used to do, what that if I want to, I have written some lines of code and couple of lines I don't want to check right now. I don't want them to be executed and I want remaining code to be executed first so that I can check, and then I come back and uncomment the other piece of code also and check all together the complete code. So generally we call such kind of practices as a debugging practices. There also comments are very beneficial, right? So temporarily I will comment the code and then I will uncomment. Correct? So there also it is very beneficial. So now the thing what we were talking about, I want my 4 lines of code or 5 lines of code should be commented all together. So one method is I will keep on putting this symbol hash at the starting or beginning of each statement, right? That we can always do. And what could be other way if I have one? How do I do that? in general, in Python, there is no syntax for multi-line comment. So one way, each line should start with hash. And another way is multi-line string, that is triple quote symbol, this symbol. I can place at the beginning and then at the end of the entire block. That means 5 lines. Let's say I want to comment all together. So I will be putting this triple quote all together at the beginning, let's say before line number 1 and after line number 5. All right. So I'll demonstrate this part also. Yeah. So in this same code, I want to comment all this. One way is at the beginning of each line, you can notice I have put the hash character like this. That means all these 6 lines will not be executed, right? But these are just 6. Let's say I want to comment 50 lines of code altogether. How long I'll keep on putting this kind of hash? So what do? I will make use of triple quote character. I'll just see triple quote and then closure. So beginning is this and then closing is this. Inside this entire block is commented. All right. This color coding will help you to understand all this, right? So this entire thing is commented, won't be executed. All right. So that's how you can put multi-line comments also. All right. There is no specific syntax given in the Python for that. But yeah, this is the way you can achieve it. So this is about the comment section. I hope you are now comfortable with the statements and comments. So we'll move towards the next part of today's session, that is keywords. All right. Keywords. What we understand from this? Key plus words, keywords means the words which are key for the programming language. And here the programming language is Python. Although this concept would remain same across all the programming language. That means keywords, a special kind of words or specific words which has a very specific reserved meaning in any programming language are called keywords. All right. Or in simple terms, you can also call it reserved words. That means why any word will be reserved in any programming language? Because it will have some specific defined meaning already. Means when you will type that particular word, it will act whatever is already written corresponding to that word. All right. For example, let's say if. I was giving you the example of if in conditional. So if is one reserved word or keyword of Python, and it has a specific meaning as it has to execute conditional statements only. So if I want to use if word for some other purpose in Python, it will never allow me to do that, right? It will keep on giving me errors. All right. I will just show you. Let's say I want to write if is equal to 73. I want to assign number 73 to if. Okay. So I want essentially if to work as var1. Whatever var1 is working, whichever way, if should work in the similar fashion. Let's see what happens. What is it giving? Invalid syntax. Why? Because it is recognizing if as a predefined reserved word or keyword, and keywords are not allowed to be used in any other context other than whatever they are supposed to. Okay. Instead of if, let's say if I'll write if1. See, the color has changed. Reserved word, orange color. I'll write 1, color has changed. A normal variable black color has come. And now it will work. Run module. No errors, it is working fine. You can see the output here. All right. So with this demonstration, I think you can now relate what keywords are. And keywords, this definition is not limited to Python. It is for all, across all the programming language. In software world, you'll keep on listening these keywords, right? And keywords for each programming language are reserved, and you should know which all words are there, and you should not be using those keywords for any other purpose other than whatever they are supposed to. Let's say if are supposed to used only for the conditional statement. So if you use it there, it will work perfectly fine. But if you will try to use it else somewhere else, it won't, right? So I'll now show you the list of keywords. So here is a list of keywords which are defined and reserved for Python. So there are many. You can, no need to, just pick a table and just start remembering them. No need, because going forward in my subsequent sessions, I will be talking about all these words whenever, wherever their usage will come. And by practice, you will be able to remember them. Okay. So today, like we've discussed this if keyword. But other than if, there are many other keywords which are reserved for Python specific purpose. All right. So I hope keywords are also clear to everyone. If you have any doubts, please ask your doubts in the comment section. And whatever suggestions you have, please leave your suggestions in the comment section. Okay. So this brings us to the end of today's session. So to summarize what all we have covered, I talked about the statements, told you the different types of statements. Then I covered comments along with the demonstration, and then I talked about keywords. So all these three topics I covered along with the demonstration. If you have any doubts, please ask your doubts in the comment section. I would suggest whatever demonstration I showed to you, please try them out. So best thing is, pause the video, try those small code snippets, then again come back and then see the video, then try those demonstrations. So by doing all this, you'll be very comfortable. All right. So thank you very much for watching the session, and I hope you really learned Python basics, which are statement, comments, and keywords in today's session. Whatever doubts you have, please ask your doubts. All right. And again, I'm suggesting, please try demonstration along with the video. Whenever you are watching the session, try all the demonstration simultaneously. That will be very, very helpful for your learning. Okay. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel so that you are always updated and your learning doesn't, get a break. Okay. And if you like the session, give me a thumbs up. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you everyone for watching the session. I hope you really learned all those concepts which I discussed in this session and felt a bit more comfortable and confident in the programming, and specifically for Python, right? And yeah, and another important thing, each and every week I will be giving at least one session on Python on my channel. All right, I will try to give more, but yeah, minimum one session every week I will be uploading on my channel. So for that purpose, you should subscribe to my channel so that you stay updated with every video. And along with Python, I will keep on bringing more technology oriented video also on my session. So this channel is not limited to only Python. All right. So if you really want to learn more software specific stuffs, please subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so that you are always updated with the upcoming new videos, new sessions each week. And if you really like my session, just give me a thumbs up. All right. Thank you very much once again. Bye for now.